So it looks like Stargirl is the next one on the chopping block for the CW shows that are being canceled. But why? Why Stargirl? Why? Well, guys, stay right there and we're going to discuss. Okay, guys, Stargirl is the next one up on the chopping block for the CW. We already had a list of other shows that was already being canceled, which like Riverdale and Nancy Drew. So Stargirl is a much beloved series by a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys watched it and absolutely love it. And a couple people were kind of reaching out to me yesterday going, I can't believe they canceled Stargirl at the end of this third season. Is going to be gone. And a lot of people are wondering why that is. Why is Stargirl being canceled right after the third season? And I spent a lot of time looking up on why that was. I actually really enjoyed Stargirl. And Stargirl has a very, very interesting past because it wasn't initially a CW show. A lot of people don't understand that Stargirl was initially supposed to come out on the CW. A few years back, Warner Brothers created this DC Universe app. It was their DCU streaming service, and it had a lot of their comic books, animated movies, animated shows, a lot of their live action films, and they did 3 exclusive shows. They actually did a few more exclusive shows than that. They did Doom Patrol exclusively on that app. Titans was exclusive. They did a different version of, or a newer season of Young Justice that was exclusive to that app, Swamp Thing. And the app wasn't doing well. It wasn't getting a lot of subscribers. So a lot of that stuff started getting ported elsewhere. Doom Patrol, Titans ended up going to HBO Max with that service coming out. And Stargirl ended up coming out on the CW. And with it coming out to CW, it got a whole lot of new fans. And it ended up getting a season 2 and a season 3. Well, now that's coming to an end after season 3 because they are deciding to cancel the show. But again, a lot of people are probably wondering why Stargirl is being canceled in the first place. Well, I looked it up. And I went to Deadline and I found out this, and I highlighted it right here for everybody. And it says the cancellation of DC Stargirl comes less than a month after the Nexstar Media Group completed its acquisition of the networks. And it's the latest series coming to an end. It joins the likes of The Flash, Riverdale, and Nancy Drew, which are all also coming to an end and finishing. So that's the real reason from everything that I looked at. The reason why it's being canceled. It's not being canceled because of ratings. It's not being canceled because the show is just god awful. Stargirl is actually a very much beloved show. A lot of people really love that show. I watched the first season, absolutely adored that first season and really enjoyed the show. So it's not being canceled due to the quality of the show. And I think that's something that fans need to actually look as a positive. It's not being canceled because of the quality. It's being canceled because with this acquisition, whenever you have different acquisition, this is a different acquisition than the Discovery acquisition. This is a completely different acquisition by my knowledge. And whenever you have something like this, there's certain things that happen. There's certain casualties, so to speak. One of those, as an example, Spectacular Spider-Man, one of my favorite Spider-Man cartoons. I would go out and say it is the best Spider-Man cartoon, Spectacular Spider-Man. But when the merger was kind of going on with Disney and Marvel, unfortunately, Spectacular Spider-Man got cut short. I believe it ended at the end of season 2, and it kind of ended with a cliffhanger, and it kind of sucks. But that was one of the casualties of that. And the same thing is kind of going with Stargirl, where that is kind of the casualty of this acquisition. So unfortunately, that's what happens. So it's not a great thing. And I feel sorry for everybody who was super looking forward to it. But on the bright side, I was also looking up some stuff. And Jeff Johns did come out and say that he kind of got an idea that this was going to happen. And the fact that he already knew that this was sort of like the writing on the wall, that the third season will finish and wrap up everything. So it will be an actual conclusion of the show, unlike something like Swamp Thing and all that, where it just gets canceled just like that. It was like you're building this thing up and you just cancel. Stargirl is going to have an actual conclusion to the series because they already knew this was writing on the wall. Jeff Johns came out and said, yes, we are writing this story and we're developing it, and it's going to have an actual conclusion to the series and the characters in this series. So that's a positive in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. How do you guys feel about Stargirl coming to an end? Are you upset? Are you one of the ones that were like super massive fans of Stargirl, or did you kind of drop off after the first season? I just got really busy, me personally. I really enjoyed the show. It's just I really enjoy Superman and Lois too. I just don't really have a whole lot of time to catch up to these network shows. I actually watch them much later, and I just binge them. But I wonder what you guys think. How do you guys feel about the show coming to an end? Leave those comments in the comment box below. Until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.